Yo, what's cracking? What's cracking? Yo, man, this yesterday was crazy. Now, and I'm watching the Baylor game. That's crazy. Now, what's what's crazy to me about the significance of the Baylor game in Kansas, right? And the Georgia game versus Georgia Tech is crazy. And I'm gonna tell you why I feel this way. I feel this way because yesterday there's no way that Georgia should have came back in that game. I'm just gonna be honest. I see the switch when they hit the switch. I seen it. I see it. And even my buddy, he wasn't even watching the game for real. He was driving. My buddy Trev. Shout out to my buddy Trev because he called this game. He called it. He told me how it was going to end up. He told me what was going to happen for Georgia to get back into this game. He said the first thing was going to happen, right? He was like either an interception or a fumble was going to happen to start this whole comeback for Georgia. And sure enough, the fumble happened, right? And I think an INT, I think an interception happened. I'm not for sure. But I remember the fumble where King fumbled the football and DB or something hit him. And that was when everything changed. Everything changed. The momentum change of the game. Georgia Tech should have won this game, hands down. I don't. I mean, I know the SEC and ESPN, and they need their big boys in the championship, SEC championship, which they're already in the SEC championship with the two losses they already have. But is the SEC the greatest conference? I don't think so. By far, I don't think so. I never thought that. Even when they were winning championships, I don't think so. I think the SEC now is going to get exposed. I think they're going to get exposed. They've been getting exposed in bowl games. They have. But people just don't pay enough attention to the bowl games to really realize, you know, how they're playing and stuff. So I never thought that. I grew up in Pac-12 country, so we've always saw national championships come out to USC. We always saw that, and that was a normal thing for us out west when I was coming up. So I didn't grow up in SEC country and I didn't know nothing about their football until I moved out to SEC country. So, but I want to say this: that Georgia Tech game, I just felt like that was a rigged game. It was. I just felt like it was rigged. Georgia fans might be upset that I said that, but I'm saying it. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying it. I feel like that game was a rigged game. I said Georgia was going to probably win the game, but when I watched the stupidness in the game with the refereeing and different things like that to allow them to come back in the game, oh yeah, that shit is rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged by the referee, not the players, the referee. The referee. As well as bad as Georgia played and my buddy, he called it out. Even he said they're gonna help them. The referees are gonna help Georgia to come back in that game. The miraculous win. He called it out, and he didn't even watch the game for real like that. He was out delivering during DoorDash, and he was telling me this while I'm watching the game. Okay, so and that goes to my other point. Okay, Kansas. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up real quick. I'm not going to be on here very long, but I want to pull this up. Here we go. Oh, it's unavailable now? Hold on. Let me see. Baylor versus Kansas. See if I can pull this up. There it is. All right. So I just want y'all to see this. So for those who haven't been watching this game, all right. Uh, hold on. What is this? Where we at? Is the game over? All right. You see this score? Look at the score. 45-17. You see that? Now I just want to say this. Kansas played Colorado last week at their house. Now, we know that Colorado played Baylor, and they beat Baylor. Right? I think we all can agree with this. We all can agree with this. Colorado goes and lose at Kansas at Arrowhead, which the stadium was not completely full. It might have been sold out in college standards, but that stadium was not completely full. And matter of fact, Colorado played in a tougher environment at Texas Tech the week before that. You mean to tell me, and you see the score, 17-45 right here. You mean to tell me that Colorado, who beat Baylor by an overtime, loses to Kansas 37-21, and you tell me there's no Shawami, no Shawami in this? I pointed out all the holding calls and things like that. What I'm leading down to is that they didn't want Coach Prime to make it to the college football playoffs. They did not. I'm talking about the powers that be. Because there's no way that Kansas right now, who is not going to make it to a bowl game after this ass whooping right here, whoop the shit out of Colorado without the referees. I'm just saying. I'm seeing this bullshit right here. And I'm seeing it because, this is what frustrates me about football, because my homeboy told me, he said, don't watch football as a fan. He said, watch football as a bettor. I don't bet, but he taught me that. He said, don't watch the football as a fan, watch it as a bettor. And so I have to say this because, hold on, all the dang commercial stuff. So I'm saying this because, man, those, from what they said, That's where the same whack-ass referees that were at the BYU Utah game that threw the shwammy on them. Okay? Then we watched a display of Colorado's defense who gives a goose egg to Oklahoma State. I know Oklahoma State is not a good team this season, right? But that doesn't take away from the greatness of Mike Gundy. But to see Colorado drop a goose egg on Oklahoma State and a coaching legend over there, and then the week before, the defense can't hold water on the run. Come on, man. Y'all quit playing us to be fools. We are not fools. People can see this shit. We're not stupid, man. I saw that crap with the Indiana game versus Ohio State. You mean to tell me that an Indiana State who was 10-0 was that trash against Ohio State and wasn't even competitive? You mean to tell me if that Indiana was not playing at home against Ohio State, that Ohio State wouldn't lose that game in Indiana? They're a 10-0 team. You talking about they were that hot garbage? To the naked eye, as a fan, you see it, you be like, oh, my team just, what happened? But we see the bull crap in these games. And you referees are trash because y'all fixing games. You can see it. Now, people might be mad at me, or I don't give a fuck. I see this crap. The referees and these referees, especially in the SEC, you see it. I've been seeing it in the SEC a lot. But now, because you don't want Coach Prime to go to the playoffs, because he didn't use your coaches, your DEI hires, coaches in the football system, he fired their ass pretty much, told them to kick rocks. He got his own coaches, and they winning now. And y'all don't want him in the playoffs because he's not bringing ESPN revenue dollars. He's bringing Fox revenue dollars. Charles Kelly was a horrible defensive coordinator. I'll be honest. Bo Nix was his godson. He didn't want Coach Prime outshining Bo Nix. Everybody knows that he's close to Bo Nix. He called a bad defensive game on purpose. He did. He had his guys all confused in wrong positions. How is that they playing this bad and they still had great talent on Colorado's team last season? How come they did replace some players, but they still had some good players on that Colorado defense from last year? How come if Lipston was on this defense last year, I think that Colorado still wouldn't have been they would have been at least a 9-win team last year if they didn't have Charles Kelly and Sean Lewis as their offensive coordinators. Both of them two were sabotaging Coach Prime's team. They was. And now you see with this Kansas game and Baylor, they get blowed out. Colorado beat them in overtime. And then, not only that, they did in the Kansas State game, while Colorado's at home, the referees did not call a flag when Will Sheppard was running, trying to catch a pass, and the guy clearly, touched him and hit him before he got the ball. No flag on that fourth down play. This is crazy. College football, yes, it's exciting. I love it. I love the sport. But man, this is crazy what they're doing, what these referees are doing. They're doing the shawami. You can see this. You can see it. Baylor just blew out Kansas at home, right? Which they was supposed to whoop Kansas' ass. Baylor's a good team. Baylor's getting ripped off on a lot of games as well. We know this. You can see it, right? Aranda is a great coach. He's a good coach. Aranda is a good coach. And if somebody messes up, Baylor can be somewhere sitting somewhere. Baylor's a tough team. They're going to give somebody fit in a bowl game. They are. But to watch that trash of Kansas play and then watch that how they beat Colorado last week at home where Neal was just able to run. How come he wasn't able to run this week? You trying to say Colorado defense was that horrible? Or was the referees not doing their jobs? I say the referees was not doing their jobs because you hardly saw any calls on Kansas when they were playing Colorado. I'm going to keep it 100. I didn't watch the game twice. And then watch the whole, I even played in one of my last post videos, right? And showed you guys a few of those running calls with some holding. Shiloh gets a help and didn't get a call on him. There was a few things going on. And then Colorado still brought the game back 21-23 with a lot of clock to go. Then all of a sudden, the shawami started going on. When Colorado made it a game, oh, yeah, they allowed Kansas to do whatever they want on offense. Because they didn't want Colorado in the college playoffs. And they're in top of the conference right now of the Big 12. They need a few teams to lose today. But, man, I see the shawami, man. And Kobe Bryant really couldn't cover Travis Hunter. He couldn't. The first play, he got should have been a holding call on him. That was going to be a touchdown. Had he not held Travis Hunter. Matter of fact, if you look at the game in a different view, you will watch the majority of the game, those wide receivers were being held. Same like with that trash you saw last night with Georgia Tech. College football, man, we're they got to do something about these referees, man. These referees are bought and paid for. These referees are making college football look bad. bad. And that's what I got to say about it, man. People might say a different thing or don't like what I'm saying. I really don't give a damn. That's how I feel. That's how I see it. I'm not the only one saying this. There's a lot of people out there talking about how NFL and college football refereeing is played out. A lot of people think NFL is rigged all the way through. That's probably why Coach Prime does not want to coach NFL, because you got guys over there getting paid to lose. This is real talk. There's all type of different players coming out talking about these type of issues with the NBA as well. Rasheed Wallace was on his was on his show talking about this stuff, man. So, Kenyon Martin, I think, and then we're talking about this. This whole talk about how they know something, things is going on, and then Donahue. I mean, he talks about it, but that's why it's called entertainment. That's why this is called entertainment. But these kids are getting ripped off. These young men, right, on these teams are getting ripped off. Yes, they're getting paid, but they're getting ripped off in another way. Because even on the lower levels of college football, right, FCS, some of them are told to throw games once they play Power 5 teams. This is from numerous sources, right, who told me this. Behind closed doors. I'm not going to name them off, but they told me. Like one of them lower level HBCU schools, right, play a school like UAB or Auburn or Alabama, they are told to water down. Don't play hard. Some of these FCS schools, but you know it is like North Dakota State, they ain't with that. Montana, some of the other schools like that, them schools are not with it. That's why they had to move them up. James Madison, Sam Houston, those schools like that, they had to move them up to FBS because they wasn't with that bull crap. They will play you. They will play you. San Jose State, some of these other schools, Fresno State, all of the schools have moved up to FBS now because some fact why. They don't play that crap, man. They don't play that sucker football. They don't play that sucker football, man. And so once those schools started beating FBS schools, they brought them up to FBS. The only one that's not in FBS right now, I think, North Dakota State, which they should be an FBS program. But I'm just saying, man, I see the Shawami in these games, and I see it. Week 14, and like I said, you see it. By week 14, you see a lot of crap you don't want to see in college football. I'm going into some of the stats right here, what the game is, how the games are going right now. All right. Tennessee is up 36-23 on Vandy, and you already know why. I bet you they had the Shawami on this game as well. This game right here is going to seal Colorado, almost seal Colorado to go to the Big 12 championship right here. Texas Tech is whooping the shit out of West Virginia. Michigan and Ohio State, is that still tied? It's still tied. Wow. With 45 seconds, Michigan has the ball. Let me click on that real quick just to make sure. Yeah, 45 seconds. Are they? Where are they at? Oh, Michigan is in the red, almost in the red zone. They're at the 20. Look like they're at the 30, 26, with a chance to kick a field goal. Wow. Ohio State, if Michigan loses it, wins this game, is Ohio State overrated? Because they really want Ohio State to play Oregon for the matchup, the rematch. So, all right. Let's go into the next games. Oh, Louisville's whooping the shoes out of Kentucky, 41-14 home state rivals. Clemson is up on South Carolina. Where's? And I picked this game. I think I said South Carolina should beat Clemson. 17-14 is the score right now, before 12 seconds. Illinois is 38-20. Baylor, they still got 2 minutes left. They said, hold on, that game should be over with. The final. Look at this. 45-17. And they're not going to even make it to a bowl game. They're not. They're not making it. That was their last game. See you later. Sayonara. Baylor won. See, this helps. Well, Baylor winning and Texas Tech winning, that actually helps Colorado. That helps Colorado. Okay? All they need is one of the other teams to lose now, because they said Texas Tech. If Texas Tech win, Colorado is surely in the Big 12 championship. Now, they go back. They need Iowa State. They need Iowa State to lose against Kansas. Anyway, Louisiana versus Louisiana Monroe, 27-16. Army up 29-23. 9 minutes to go. Illinois State, Southeast Missouri, 35-14 with 9 minutes, 24 seconds to go. Where's the let me go back. Who's the top 25? Let's stretch this out a little bit. I'm not going to be here much longer. Let's see. Here we go. So let's go here. Grambling is Southern is up 10-7 on Grambling. Like I said, oh shoot, man, wow. So Texas Tech 52-15 with 48 seconds left. You got Southern 10-7 in the second quarter. Michigan wins. 13-10. Alabama State beats Tuskegee 34-6. That was the other day, I believe. Oregon State versus Boise State 34-18. Texas State beats USA. So that's San Antonio, I believe. That's South Alabama. 45-38. FAMU beats Alabama A&M 28-20. Stanford loses to San Jose State 34-31. What the hell? Um, this the fluke game. I call this the fluke game because I know the Shawami was in this game. I know the referees was in this game. All right. You had to beat the referees in this game. Georgia Tech had no chance against the referees. The only way they was going to be able to beat Georgia is to beat them in final overtime. And I don't know what type of plays they were calling, but there was some horrible play calls that they were calling in the 2-point conversions. Those were horrible plays. They beat them 42 to 42, 44 to 42 was the final score. Georgia wins. Horrible game. It was a good game, but a horrible game about the referees because they know they was on some bullshit. Alabama Auburn game has not played yet. I got Alabama on this game, but don't think that Auburn will not be coming out to fight. You know what? I got USC, like always against Notre Dame. Even though Notre Dame is favored to win this game, I got USC at home. Fresno State versus UCLA. I got UCLA beating Fresno State at home. Tulsa versus FAU. I go with Tulsa. I'll go with Tulsa on that. TCU, Cincinnati. Now, Cincinnati is a sleeper. They're a sleeper team. The TCU is also a sleeper team. I'm going to say TCU goes on the road and win. Oklahoma versus LSU at the Swamp. LSU is not the same team, so I'm going to go with Oklahoma on the road to beat LSU. Let's go. Washington, Oregon. I got Oregon in this game here. Now, last night, I said Texas versus Texas A&M. I was going for Texas. I might change my feeling on that because of the 12th man, but who has the better talent is Texas, but I wouldn't be shocked if Texas A&M beats Texas today. All right. ULM, I already said ULM. Arkansas, Missouri. I'm going to go Missouri. Maryland, Penn State. I got Penn State, but don't think that Maryland's any slouch. They're not soft. So I'm going to go with Penn State at home. Cal versus SMU. I got SMU. If they got their whole team intact, I got SMU, but Cal is no punks. All right. This might be an upset. Miami versus Syracuse. But I got Miami on the road, even though they did lose to Georgia Tech. All right. That's their only loss. Syracuse is just as tough, man. So, and they're at home. This might be an upset right here. That might be an upset. Arizona State versus Arizona. I don't know who's going to win this, but I got ASU winning this by blowout. Okay, if everybody else blew them out, I think that Arizona State will do the same. Purdue versus Indiana, you already know, man. They're really trying to, shit on Indiana, but man, I got Indiana. I'm gonna ride with them. K-State, Iowa State. Look, I'm rooting for K-State to beat Iowa State. So we need K-State to do their thing. Come on, K-State. We need you to do your thing because if y'all beat Iowa State and Texas Tech just won, Colorado is in the Big 12 championship. Nevada versus UNLV. I got UNLV. Houston versus BYU. I'm realistic. I want Houston to win. I want Houston to win. But I feel like BYU is going to handle that business at home. But I want Houston to win, really, because we need them to win, beat BYU or Arizona. One of them need to lose as well. And I don't think Houston is going to go on the road and beat BYU. I just don't see it. I don't see it. They don't have a quarterback. So without a quarterback, they have no chance. But they did beat K-State without a quarterback. So I'm just saying. Memphis, Tulane, 34-24. Colorado, you know it, 52-0 on OK State. South Carolina beats Clemson, 17-14. Illini beat Northwestern, 38-28. Man, so we got a lot of football left today, but man, this game right here, as far as the SEC matchup, Georgia's probably rooting for Texas A&M. Just to be honest, but Texas, I think, lost to Georgia. Let me see. Didn't they lose to Georgia already? I think they got manhandled by Georgia, right? Hold on. Didn't they? Yeah. 35-15. They do not want to see Georgia again. I don't think they want to see them again. I think did they play Georgia at Georgia? Yeah, they did. Let me see. Was they in Texas? Did they beat them in Texas that game? Oh, Georgia beat them in Texas. So Texas do not want to see Georgia again. They just gave them a can of ass whooping right here. Look at this. Look at this. All right, y'all. So, man, I just wanted to jump on here and I just want to jump on here and express my feelings about some of these games that we're seeing and the refereeing. The referees are horrible. I think they're cheating for certain teams. I really do believe that because they don't want the SEC, the controllers of the ESPN and the controllers of the playoffs don't want certain teams in and they want certain teams out. Okay? That's just what I see, man. You know? And so I'm looking at this game and I'm seeing these referees do some bullshit. And I don't know, man. And college football is a little bit different. I don't know if you can call out the refereeing. I know in the NFL you can't. They get fined. But I don't know in college that happens the same way. But, man, we don't get fined. So we can say what the fuck we want to say. And so I'm just saying this, bro. We see the dumb shit. That's all I want to say, man. We see the dumb shit and we recognize what's happening. And so, oh yeah. I just want to say this. Man, please check out Zariah Price, man. This young lady. She got some video on my channel. You can check her videos out and her highlight videos. Please like, share the videos and everything like that. This young lady is at Siena University now. She should have been playing at Bama women's basketball, but I guess Bama kind of passed up on this young lady. But she's a beast, man. She's a beast. She can play anywhere on the court, right? Zariah Price is that. Two-time state champion in basketball. Yo, if you want to hit the Cash App, you can Cash App your brother, man. Support the channel. Also, check out DJ Killer Cali page and subscribe to the channel. Check out all the In the Dojo mixes. Also, check out Coach Cali Sports Talk. Subscribe, share, and hit the notification button. And also, you can check me out on X. And also, check out New Legacy Martial Art Academy. And and subscribe, hit the notification button, and share. I appreciate you guys, man, for watching the channel. And y'all have a blessed weekend. And that's it. All right, y'all. Till the next time. Deuces.